Hi guys, welcome back to Learn English with Pretty and welcome back to my channel. In this video lesson, you will learn how to use some common expressions and idioms, all of which start with the words out of. Alright, so all of these expressions contain the words out of, and we're going to pronounce that T like a fast D or like a rolling R sound. Out of, out of. So let's see how all these works. First, we're going to start with some expressions and then we're going to take a look at idioms. Alright, so when we use the words out of as an expression, the meaning is consistent. The meaning is pretty much the same. It means this. When we say I'm out of something, I'm out of X, for example, it means that you have no more X left. Let me give you an example sentence. Let's say that you go to the fridge and you open it and you're about to have a nice cup of coffee and you say, "Oh my goodness, I'm out of milk." What does that mean? It simply means that you had milk before, but now there is no milk left. So you're out of milk. The meaning is almost the same for other examples, such as out of paper, out of gas, which is gasoline, out of time, out of money, or out of space. Now let's move on to the main part of this video lesson, which is all about idioms that use the words out of. And each one of them has a different meaning that you have to memorize. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll see you again in the dark side. So the first one is out of the question, and that means it's impossible, it's not acceptable, it can't happen, it's not going to happen. Let me give you an example sentence. For the homeless, private medical care is simply out of the question. Sad, isn't it?
Question.
Next, out of touch. You must have heard this before, especially if you write to people by email. And what it means to be out of touch is to not be in contact. So let me give you an example sentence. I haven't heard from John for a long time. We've been out of touch. We're not in contact regularly.
See? You're not that out of touch.
Next, out of the blue. Out of the blue. If something happens unexpectedly and you are surprised by it, it means that it happened out of the blue. Let me give you an example. One of them wrote to us out of the blue several years later.
Yeah. Anna Riley called you? Yeah, totally out of the blue. Why?
Out of work, out of work. If you say that John is out of work or Mary is out of work, what do you think that means? It doesn't really mean that they don't have any work left, but it means something a little bit different from that. It means they're unemployed. They don't have a job actually.
Jimmy's out of work because of you.
Alright, the next one. When you say, "Oh, have you talked to James?" No, I haven't seen him. I think he's out of town. Okay, what does that mean, out of town? That means he is not in the place where he usually lives. And that could be a city, it could be a town, it doesn't really matter. We use the expression out of town even to talk very much about cities. It just means that you're away from the place you normally reside or live.
Well, she's out of town. Who's calling?
Next, out of order. Out of order. You might have seen this sign on some machines sometimes. So out of order means that it's broken. It's not working properly. It needs to be repaired. It needs to be fixed. It could be a telephone, could be a printer, it could be anything really.
Out of order. For good.
Next, out of my league. Out of my league. Or you can also say out of her league or out of his league. When someone is out of your league, you think they are somehow better than you or superior to you. Maybe they are more intelligent or more beautiful. They are out of my league. This person is out of my league. Example, He's nervous to ask her out because he thinks she's out of his league. Usually this expression is used for romantic relationships, but it can also be used for other situations. For example, I felt out of my league in that classroom. Everyone seemed so much smarter than me.
Did you make your move?
She's out of my league.
Number 8, out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, which means suddenly, unexpectedly. Example, the car came out of nowhere and we almost had an accident.
He just appeared out of nowhere.
Next, out of the loop. Out of the loop, which means not informed. When you don't have all of the facts and all of the information that the rest of the people around you do, you are out of the loop. You are out of the loop. Example, what happened? Tell me why he got fired. I'm out of the loop.
Oh, okay, I get it. You feel out of the loop and you feel sorry for yourself.
Next, out of shape. Out of shape. This means not physically strong, not fit, not in a healthy condition. I need to start exercising because I'm out of shape.
Dad, you're out of shape.
Next, out of pocket. Out of pocket. When you have to pay your own money because your company doesn't pay for it or your insurance doesn't pay for it, you pay out of pocket. He has excellent health insurance and he doesn't need to pay anything out of pocket.
Out of pocket. The staff is saying.
Next, out of the picture. Out of the picture. This means no longer in the situation, no longer in the relationship, they are not there anymore. She's dating a new guy. The old guy is out of the picture. She's dating a new guy. The old guy is out of the picture. Next, out of my budget. Out of my budget. This means too expensive for me. Let me give you an example sentence. I need to find a less expensive car because this one is out of my budget. I need to find a less expensive car because this one is out of my budget. So what's the thing that you want to buy and you know that it's out of your budget? Please let me know in the comment section down below.
I'm obligated to tell you that this ring is way out of your budget.
Next, out of my hands. Out of my hands. This means that I have no control over the situation. I'm not in control. I can't make the decisions. Example, I wish I could help you, but it's out of my hands. I wish I could help you, but it's out of my hands.
It is out of my hands right now.
Another expression which is a little bit similar to this one is out of control. Out of control. When everything around you is crazy and no one is in charge and no one is following the rules, things have gotten out of control. There is no order. Example, the fire is burning out of control. No one has any power over it.
She's out of control.
Next, out of the frying pan and into the fire. Out of the frying pan and into the fire. I personally like this one, and it simply means going from a bad situation to an even worse situation. Example, I know you hate your job, but if you quit, I know you'll be going out from of the frying pan and into the fire. I know you hate your job, but if you quit, I know you'll be going out of the frying pan and into the fire.
Out of the frying pan and into the fire, cadets! Time to put your training to work!
Next, out of line. Out of line. Out of line. If someone behaves inappropriately, disrespectfully, or rudely, they are out of line. His behavior was completely out of line last night. His behavior was completely out of line last night.
Oh, I'm out of line? Yeah, you're out of line.
Next, out of the way. Out of the way. And this means inconvenient. Far away, difficult to get. Example, let's meet somewhere closer because that restaurant is out of the way. Let's meet somewhere closer because that restaurant is out of the way.
Out of the way.
Next, out of this world. Out of this world. This simply means amazing, fantastic, great. Her mother's cooking is out of this world. Her mother's cooking is out of this world.
Out of this world?
Next, out of turn. Out of turn. This simply means to say something you're not supposed to say, you have no right to say, and maybe it upsets other people. Example, I am sorry I spoke out of turn at the meeting. I'm sorry I spoke out of turn at the meeting.
I hope I've not spoken out of turn.
Next, out of your mind. Out of your mind. You can also say out of his mind or out of her mind. This simply means crazy. Crazy. You must be out of your mind if you think I'm going to do that. You must be out of mind or out of your mind if you think I'm going to do that.
You're out of your mind.
Next, and the last one is out of the ordinary. Out of the ordinary. This simply means strange, different, unusual, not the same as everybody else. Example, his style is a bit out of the ordinary. His style is a bit out of the ordinary.
Nothing out of the ordinary here.
We finally reached the end of this video. I hope it wasn't that long for you, and I hope it was beneficial. I hope that you learned something new from it. If you did, please like it and share it with your friends. And don't forget to let me know which one of all of these expressions was your favorite. So see you guys in my next video. Bye!